All right, final review of Bride by Ali Hazelwood. Let's go. Did they lock like dogs? Like whoop. 30 minutes later. How did that feel? Did that feel good? Don't move. I'm in the middle of it. That was pretty damn funny. This book is a very humorous book. Was it worth it though? I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna rate it. I'm gonna tell you 2 stars. That's what I gave this book. 2 stars. Two and one, two chili peppers. Whoop. Don't move. Don't move. No, don't move. We're locked. Don't move like pit bulls. So what is this book basically about with no spoilers? You got werewolves, vampires, humans, and you got hybrids. So the biggest thing is about the hybrids, without getting in any, spoilers, and I told you in the last video, they were looking at protecting the girl who's half wolf, half human. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you who she is. I'm not gonna tell you what happens at the end. Was the ending worth it? Did the ending give it a boom like I was hoping for? Because the beginning, look at the plot line, great. Had it been a little bit more action, a little bit more something, it was just too bland for me. It was the story was super slow, and the ending wasn't worth it. Because once you kind of figure out what's going on, this is a detective book, straight up detective. So it's basically just trying to figure the stuff out. There's no real action in it. Even the end, the action was like bare minimum. So, like I said, it's about um, Misery Stark, who's a vampire, who ends up getting married to what's his name, the Alpha Low Moreland, who is lead werewolf, and then you have her dad is the councilman, so the leader of the vampires, and then you have a leader of the humans, and then you have werewolves versus werewolves because they don't agree with what Low's doing. So you got all these politics mixed in, and then you have this werewolf slash human, so hybrid, that potentially is going to get killed because she's a hybrid. And then you go through that whole run, and then you get to the end, and you find out a couple more surprises, which you would think, okay, would make this book worth it that much better because of the surprises at the end of the bit. But I mean, you were like, whoa, okay, cool. Like there was a couple surprises at the end. You kind of figure out that who the end person is going to be. Like you get this little hitch of a feeling that okay, I think it's going to be this person, and I was right on that. Now at the very beginning, I was expecting a whole lot different. I was expecting more of the, werewolves versus vampires versus, them trying to make peace, but this whole war like breaking out in the middle of it. And I get it; it's a single book. How much can you do? But a little bit more than that, maybe a little bit more than that. I don't know. It's just too slow for me. 2 stars. The smut was weird. Um, I don't know. It just and vampires were weak. So, but the vampires was the least of the amount of people. So there was more humans than vampires. There's more werewolves, and so being that there's less vampires, they had to do something. So they use this collateral thing as a resort to protect themselves, and then that goes into the marriage of her getting married to Alpha Wolf, though. But if you're looking for like a good vampire story, good werewolf story, I don't think this is it. I don't think this is a way. I heard some people say this might be a way into the paranormal slash romance, werewolves, vampires. I don't think so. It's very slow, and it just there wasn't a lot of werewolf action. There wasn't a lot of vampire action. There wasn't a lot of It was a very slow romance. Low, even though he was strong, they didn't develop him much as a character. I don't feel like he was brought into this. Like they talked about him, but just don't feel like you felt his presence as much to end up liking this character. I don't know. Maybe some people do, but I just don't feel like his character was very bland. Um, I don't. It was basically about her and the humor. Other than that, this is not. It wasn't a very good paranormal entry romance. Get in. There's got to be a better one. There's got to be a better one. But yeah, that's what I thought about it. So, peace. I'll see you on the next one. Sorry, it just wasn't for me. Back to Akatar. That one.